Howdy, howdy, hoopers. This is Shay, Rippinger of Hip to Hoopla. I just remembered that I wanted to start out doing my little hooping thing because that's kind of a fun way to start. Hey, sometimes when your husband says something to you and you actually listen and take it to heart as a good suggestion, that's kind of fun. He said, why don't you start out your show hooping? So, yeah, while people join live, that's kind of a fun thing. Alrighty. And then we drop the hoop. Okay, so that is a teaser for what is coming up. It's a little hoop combo that I will teach you. And welcome to the Hoop Love Y'all show. This is episode number 75. Woo! And it happens to be the first part of a 6-part series. Hi, Vicky. Hello. Where are you watching from? Type in the comments where you're watching from. Bring your friends. Tag them on in. The more comments, the more this gets out to more people, and that's awesome. So tonight we are talking about, this is the mind-body connection series. So it's a 6-part series, and what I'm going to be doing is broadcasting live on Monday and Wednesdays for 6 times and this month, and I'm also trying to catch up with my goal of doing 50 shows a year. So I got a little bit farther behind this year for a couple of family things and some health issues and stuff like that. So I am back in the loop and starting a 100-day program personally for myself today. So Peyton, Colorado. Oh, very good, very good. And I'm in, where am I? I'm on a mountaintop in Boise, Idaho. There were elk on the road this morning. Literally before I let the dogs out, I looked out and I'm like, I heard like shuffling around and I thought, that's kind of a loud squirrel. There was a bunch of elk on the other side of the fence. So I got some video of it and stuff like that. So if you're friends with me personally, you might just see those pictures and video. So anyway, if you're on this social media. Okay, so again, we're talking about the mind-body connection. So it's not just about hooping, but I do talk about health, humor, and hooping in this show, and I try and keep it in a nice, shorter format. Try and stay on topic, try and answer comments and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm very excited about all this new stuff going on. Starting day one of a couple different things. Okay, so we're going to start with today's theme. Boy, a long roundabout way to get to it. Today's theme is head first. So it's about we're going to start at the top of the body and go on and work our way down. So I was looking up and researching this a little bit because I know that there's a mind-body connection for a lot of things. So for instance, with our words, what we say and how it manifests itself in our bodies is very important. So the brain, the head, obviously houses the brain. And that has a lot to do with getting signals to everywhere else in the body. But it's not just the brain, everything is interconnected. So on that note, I wanted to, and I'm using my notes over here too, so my little show script here, so that I can keep on track and on target. And yes, so I see there's a few people watching. Chime on in. Let me know where you're watching from and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so here's one of my health tips for helping get the head like energized, clear. Today happens to be, you may be watching this on a different day if you're watching a recording of this, but if you're watching it live, today is Monday. So I actually am one of those weird people that I love Mondays because it's like a fresh, clean slate, clean start. So I just went through Monday today. I'm actually fairly tired because I actually got work done today. I'm very proud of myself. And there were some good, important creative projects as well. So yeah, right. So trying to take my business more seriously. And, or I am, not just trying, but I am. I'm just making a dedication and commitment to that. And so that's going to be a cool thing that I'm very excited about. There's so many changes coming up with my business and just thrilled. So I made some major strides on that. I'm very excited about that. So anyway, head. So one of the things I like to do to keep the head in the game is get some eucalyptus. There it is. Okay, focus. There we go. So whatever brand that you like is preferential to you. There's lots of schools of thought on this. I like the oils. They are pure. They're really strong. So you want to, and eucalyptus, one of the reasons why I like it is it's pretty darn strong. To me, it's kind of like peppermint. So eucalyptus, that's so, so good. It's very fresh smelling, and for me it helps me just open up and be alert. So I like even mixing the eucalyptus with the peppermint, and then I put it in a little, I don't know if you can see this, but it's a little aromatherapy thingy. There we go. And this, you put just a little bit of water. It actually has a USB connection to it, and it's wonderful. So I have it by my computer, and it's nice and small because I have a tiny little desk. So it doesn't take up a huge amount of space. It makes the room smell fresher, especially since a cat box is right by me, because I am loving my little office here, but we will soon be moving into our offices that have been built. So we will beginning those together and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, I'm going to make a couple of comments here. Yes, yes, yes. Alrighty. And yeah, so eucalyptus, that's my health tip. And also I wanted to mention yawning. So this was a funny thing that came up. It's not really a health tip, but a little bit of an explanation. A lot of people say, that we don't know the reasons why we yawn, but they are contagious. It's kind of like laughter, crying, yawning are three things that are weirdly contagious. So if one person starts, then it could go around the whole thing. Like even just talking about yawning, I feel like yawning. But an interesting thing that would happen is sometimes people would get to my class when I was teaching hooping, when I teach in person, if you're in one of my classes and they're yawning and they're apologizing for it. And I had heard something, and I love this, and I like to transfer this story and repeat it because it was just so unique and fun. And that is that yawning, one of the reasons that we yawn is that the brain switches gears, which is really cool. So you don't have to, so if you're ever in a situation and you have to yawn and you feel like it's going to be rude and the person's going to think that you're boring them or whatever, you say, oh no, it's this really cool thing where my brain is actually changing gears to get in tune with you. So that I'm paying more attention. So try that one, see if it works. Anyway, I like that version. So sometimes we go with the stories that we like, and that's a cool one. When somebody told me that, I thought that was pretty neat, so I wanted to share that with you. Okay, so we're working on head first as our theme for this show. So I wanted to give you a little, it's a part of this mind-body connection has to do with, I liken some of this, I was looking up the chakras, and some of these coincide with the chakras as well, because the chakras have to do with your physical, your psychological, it's energy movement throughout the body. And so the head first being, you've got your, let's see here, the crown chakra, and then your third eye, and then also the throat, which is all kind of like this head area. So there's kind of like three chakras in there. I want to talk about the throat on the next show because that's a whole big thing right there. So, but the crown thought is part of this crown chakra. And the color on that one is violet. I'm using my notes for this, so because I want to give homage to the real elements of this. And the third eye is the center right here, and that goes with intuition. So thought and intuition are a little bit different. But this connection that you can have with the body and with the mind is really important. And so when you get in tune with that, that's very helpful. Some of the ways that you can get in tune with this, meditation is an excellent one. Affirmations are really helpful. I was looking up and they were talking about chakra yoga and chakra diet. So here's an interesting tidbit of the chakra diet, because I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm not a big one on diets. As my husband gleefully says, die is right in the word, so why diet? So anyway, and then I heard a Kanye West reference, and I liked his version, which was he does livets. So instead of a diet, he does livets. So it's a program based on living and living well. I kind of like that. You know, I don't follow a lot of what Kanye says, but I thought that was pretty cool. So that was a neat quotation on that. So yes. So, oh, but on the chakra diet, so to speak, one of the things that I liked about that is incorporating the colors, because the chakras are all about a rainbow of energy and a rainbow of colors. So to incorporate a lot of colors of colorful foods in your diet, which is a really helpful thing. And if you're really getting in colorful foods, you're doing a lot of plant-based stuff. So that's right up my alley. So I love doing a plant-based diet for the most part. I try and do as much vegetarian as I can, and in quality stuff too. So you can eat fried potatoes or chips, and technically that's vegetarian. But we're talking about stuff that has some bright, vibrant colors that aren't artificial, that are real. And hopefully, you know, if you can do raw foods, great. The enzymes are really good and helpful for your body. So, and that in turn helps your brain. That's a really cool thing. Oh, there was one more thing that I wanted to get in on the brain thing, and that was getting in some oils, the essential fatty acids, the omegas. So your omega-3, 6, and 9. I personally like doing a flax oil because it has the oils help your brain with the neural pathways, and it helps the synapses. So it helps the electrical pulses jump the synapse. So the synapse is a space between the nerve endings, and so your electrical pulses have to jump that. So the mylar sheathing, the coating, it helps when you have more oils present, and it helps your brain function so that you have good electrical pulses going on in your brain, so your brain works better. So it's a little bit techie, kind of oversimplified on that. I'm sure there's some scientists out there that would like to explain that way more in depth, but I'm just giving you a little, you know, kind of thing with that. With getting those oils, I don't have a little handy thing. I meant to have that. Pretend I have that right here. So part of the humor of the show, and speaking of humor, we'll get along to the laughter yoga exercise, and that is going to be, I call this one arrowhead. So what you're going to be doing, and you can be seated for this one. I was going to stand up for this one, but you can totally be seated for this. And so you don't have to do a lot of movement. I have a friend of mine who happens to be watching right now, and she has MS, so she's limited in her movements. And so this is one that you can do, darling. And so whatever you're doing, and I have another friend that's going in for knee replacement surgery, what I call getting bionic knees, because you know me, I like to, you know, make things a little bit more lighthearted, because everybody is, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people do the doom and gloom, and they're like, oh, that's terrible, you have to get knee replacement. I'm like, that's cool, you get better knees. So, you know, hopefully that works. So anyway, but laughter is a really good, it's really great for pain maintenance. So it's a great natural pain remedy. So because it throws in endorphins into your body. So when you smile, that helps. When you laugh, that helps. When you laugh really big, that really helps. So if you can get anywhere from 1 minute, if you can only manage 1 minute of laughter in your day, get it, do it. Try it. It's awesome. But if you can get in 20 minutes laughter, the health benefits, if you can get that in daily, are insane. They're through the roof. They really help your health exponentially. So laughter yoga exercises can be a part of that. So without further ado, we're going to do the arrowhead laughter yoga exercise. So what we're going to do is your head is going to be, you're going to look up first, you're going to inhale in, and then you're going to look to the right and exhale out. And inhale it in, look up to the top, and then look to the left, And exhale it out. So you're looking left over the shoulder. Inhale it in. And then exhale it to the right. While laughing it out, you could do Egyptian hands if you want. Walk like an Egyptian. And then inhale it in, up to the top, up to the center, and then exhale it out to the left. One more time, each side. Inhale it in, to the right, exhale it out. Inhale it in, up to the top, and exhale it out to the left. Okay, and at the end of laughter yoga exercises, you might find that if you actually did that with me, you might feel a little lightheaded, and this is a good reason to sit down while you're doing this. This happens when you get some nice, deep, big breaths in. I got a little lightheaded on that. It also, when I'm talking, doing this, you know, that's extra bonus points. So sitting is a great thing. So let's see what the closed captions make on that one when we get to it. Okay, so at the end of laughter yoga exercises, we take our hands together and we go very good, yay, twice, very good, yay. So, and that helps activate some acupressure points on the head. So it's not only fun to do and you feel like a little kid being all happy, but it actually has some energy value to that too. So here, I'm going to give you a bonus round. A friend of mine was doing some Qigong exercises, and one of them is to take your hands and rub them together, and you rub them in a circular pattern, circular, and then you take, and you can do lots of things. So you're building up this energy, this heat, and you can just take and put it over your face like Reiki energy. You don't actually have to be touching your face, but you can put this over your eyes. You can do this as chakra work as well. So you can do this over your crown chakra, your third eye chakra. You can even do it over your throat chakra. Oh, we're getting to that on the next episode. So, okay, so that's an extra little, just a little bonus thing, and I'm still on time. So we're going to do our hooping exercise. It is a hooping combo, and again, head first is our theme, our number one of a 6-part series. So we're going to take our hoop. So what this is going to look like is it's a circle with a head movement. Circle with a head movement. Okay, so the head movement, let's start with just that, is you're going to take this, so you can do a wide stance or a narrow stance, whatever you like. I like a wide stance because you have a good root base. So, you know, nice tree kind of thing. So what we're going to do is look over to the right and stretch the head over the shoulder as far as you possibly can comfortably. Do not yank it there. We're just doing this as a gentle stretch. And then we're going to bring it back to center and then bring the head gently over to the left and see if you can go look over the shoulder. If you want, you can see if you can turn into a little owl and see how far you can look to the other direction. How far you can look to the other direction without twisting your upper body. So, and if you want, then you can start taking this with an extra twist. That's more advanced. But we're just going to take with the head movements, and now I'm going to show you the hoop movement. So what we're doing with the hoop is I'm going to have you take and go straight out with the arm. I'm using a small little hoop because this is a small space. So I'm going to take this around to the right and look to the right. And I'm going to take this around, I'm looking center, and around to the left. So I'm going down, up, down, out, and look to the right, down, up, down, look to the left, down, up, down, look to the right, down, up, down, look to the left. So we can do this with a smile too. So down and up, down and up. So you can do this as a neck stretch. Now, if you want to add in a little extra pizzazz with this, here's what you can do. So you can take this around, out, around, extra beat, around, beat, beat, around, extra beat, around, extra beat, beat, around, extra beat, beat. You can even take this with a beat here, around, beat, fold, beat, around, fold, beat, around, fold, beat. Alrighty, so that's kind of fun to do with some little combos and variations with that. Not a highly technical move, but getting, you know, you can add on some twists and turns with that, but basically we're getting some head stretches in there because we're working on the head first for our 6-part series of the mind-body connection. So we're connecting our hoop with our dance, with our movement, with some brain activity too. So we're connecting it all. And when you take care of the brain, that helps take care of some emotions, because there's a bunch of stuff that goes on in here. So the best that you could do that, also drink some water. Drink lots of water. I need to do that some more today myself. So anyway, alrighty, I am on time, and I want to keep it on time. So I thank you so much for watching. And my hubby, who just tuned in from across the, I want to say across the globe, he's across the country. But anyway, hi honey, I love you. And thank you for watching, everybody who joined. Thank you so much. Rock on. Peace out. And we'll see you on the next show, which is on Wednesday at 6:30. So, alrighty. Take care. Rock on. Bye. Comment, share, tag everybody. Bye.